Hi everyone, I'm Lee Brown.
And I'm Vicki Corliss.
And we're Brown Corliss Books. So today I want to talk to you about technology. I do truly feel like I'm a dinosaur in many respects, and
You look really good.
I try my hardest to keep up with changes, but I mean, they come fast and furious. So one of the things that I think is ever changing is your television viewing options. And so I'm sure you remember when we were young, we had rabbit ears. That was your antenna, and that went a long way to how many channels
And you had
could get.
to go to the television to turn it on and off and to change the channels.
Absolutely. Yes. You had to physically go over to change the channels. And I don't know, maybe we had 8, 10 channels. That was it. And we had 2 TVs, but we had one main TV. And so, as you can imagine, it was not a popular vote on what you watched. It was what your mom and dad wanted to watch. And the only day you had free reign was Saturday mornings because you could watch cartoons. Exactly. So anyway, we've come a long way from the rabbit ears, but I am struggling with remotes, with all of the options for streaming now, for cable and streaming, and which remote works the TV, which one works your viewing options. Then there might be another remote for your equipment, your sound bars, whatever. It gets to be a lot. It gets to be a lot for someone like me. So my question to you is, how have you been coping? I mean, what do you prefer, and do you find it all confusing?
Yes, I find it all confusing, but my husband and I are very driven by saving $1.
Okay.
So for a long time, we were cable, we were landline. How many of you still have landlines in your house? And we had internet, cable, and landline as a bundle package. And we had 3 remotes because we do have a sound bar. So we had a sound clicker. We had one remote that controlled the power on, power off, and changing the channels. And then we had a third one that handled the streaming channels.
That's a lot.
Which already had my husband in a tizzy because he didn't know which one to use when. But he was managing and I was managing, but prices were just so huge to have all this stuff. You pay so much just for the equipment, the cable boxes and so forth. So we got an offer that we couldn't refuse to cut the cord and go streaming only, which we did about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, so it's new.
It is very new. My husband is still a little bit in shock. I found him sitting in front of the television. He'd managed to turn it on and turn the sound on, but streaming channels are just a screen of icons when you turn on the television.
Yes.
He didn't know how to get past that screen. He didn't know where he was going or what to do. So he's sitting there like a helpless little baby, looking at me, begging for help.
Yeah.
It's coming along beautifully. We're both getting the hang of it. The bottom line is we had to stick with it. And we had to figure out for us, was the savings worth the angst of adapting to change?
And what do you think so far?
Change? I think it was one of the smartest moves we've made.
That's terrific.
I miss cable just because it was what I grew up with. The generations behind us, even our sons who are in their late 20s, they did not know about cell phones and so much of the technology that they are proficient with now until they were older. But kids being born today are being born into a world that these things already exist, and as soon as they're old enough, this will just be
it's second nature
to them. So they don't even have to think about these changes. I'll be curious to see what the changes are like for them. I mean, will there ever be anything as big as cutting the cord of cable and going to streaming? I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. How about you? Do you have a struggle with your remotes like we do? Leave us a comment below. In the meantime, see you soon.
Bye.